And let's now get you some breaking news that has come in, where the United States is continuing in its race to try and locate the pilot who, remember, was shot out of the sky when the Iranians shot down the F-15 Eagle air superiority fighter. The details are pretty scarce. An urgent search and rescue mission is, of course, underway, and Donald Trump has not specified as to how the United States will respond if the pilot is harmed, because at this moment we do not know whether the pilot has suffered injuries. What is clear is that the pilots reportedly managed to eject out of the airplane once it was shot down, and the plane, of course, has fallen inside Iranian territory, and it now remains to be seen as to what happens. Now, this is what Donald Trump is saying, where the United States is not specified as to how the United States will respond if the pilot is harmed, and that we hope that's not going to happen. He's further said that he won't comment on this. He made this statement in an interview to The Independent, a media outlet. Meanwhile, the situation on the ground is very critical. Every hour counts as the American forces are coordinating with their allies. They're trying to deploy resources and scanning the region in a high-stakes effort to bring the pilot back home from the Iranian territory. But at this moment, it is not clear as to how this can be effected. Helicopters, reconnaissance planes, and special operations units are all reportedly part of this effort to try and locate and recover the fighter jet's pilot. Adding to the tension, the Iranian forces have launched a parallel manhunt to hunt down the pilot who has gone down. And this has created a very narrow window for the Americans' teams to act, increasing the urgency of the recovery mission. And also remember, the American surveillance and recovery planes and helicopters that are being flown over the skies in Iran have also themselves come under repeated attacks. The Iranian state television has in fact urged the residents that if anyone finds the pilots alive and hands them over to the Iranian government, they'll be rewarded very handsomely. All right, now to give us more perspective on how this situation can, of course, unfold, we are joined on this broadcast by former General R.G. Mohammad Abbas, who's a Syrian political and military analyst, and he's joining us live on this broadcast. General Abbas, thank you very much indeed for joining us here on WION. Now, the fact that the Americans for all these weeks, along with the Israelis, had been claiming that they have air superiority over the Iranian skies, that claim has clearly been punctured with what has transpired in the last 24, 36 hours. In your assessment, how damaging is this for Donald Trump's air campaign over Iran, that the American fighter jets are being shot down?
Good afternoon. Thanks for the invitation. Actually, from the first day of the invasion, of the American and Iranian invasion against Iran, they said that they have the superiority, air superiority over the Iranian sky. Until this moment, we are sure that we have the superiority dominating over Iranian sky, but we can see another thing. Seeing is believing. Now we can see that there are many jets, American jets, have been down. So what Trump says, that he has still have the dominating or the superiority, it means that something not true he is saying, because Iran didn't appear every type of their power, air defense power. So they have the 376 power system, and other types of systems. So Trump should be expecting much more difficulties in this war against Iran. Iran is a very wide country, and we should expect much more of sudden things should be happening.
General Abbas, now there is a lot of talk that Donald Trump may try and stage some kind of a ground incursion into Iran. But given what has happened in the last 24 hours, the fact that the American fighter jets, something like the F-15 fighter jet, which had had a flawless record in all the years of its service, has been shot out of the skies, do you think this is going to make Donald Trump rethink any ideas that he may have of staging a ground incursion into Iran?
I don't think Trump is going to withdraw or make to have a back step or to withdraw from this point. He's going forward as he thinks because he's a businessman. He wants to. He only knows how to win, not how to lose. As we see after the downing or after the missing of the pilot, the American pilot nowadays, he's going to retaliate, to make something to escalate the war against Iran. I'm really sure that he's going forward to not get the step back.
All right, very interesting. Thank you very much indeed, General Abbas, for joining us from Syria and getting us that perspective there.
Thanks.
And we also earlier spoke to experts on the developing situation on the ground in this Iran war. Let's listen.
Politically, if the Iranians do recover the pilot, how they treat him will be very, very important. The United States has a special animus towards Iran that we don't have, for example, towards, say, Vietnam, where we lost 58,000 soldiers. But now we give them maritime ships, give them for free. With Iran, it's a little different, and I think it's because they have had a state policy, and they're proud of taking hostages. And most Americans really, really dislike that. So if they do capture the pilot and they try to make something of it by mistreating him, I have a feeling that will rebound against Iran.